In this video, we are going to be talking about one of the most hyped ray guns. And no, not that ray gun, this ray gun.
Active denial produces millimeter waves and can focus them on targets over 500 meters away. Feels like your whole body is burning and you have to get away from it.
Now, that is the active denial system, and it worked so well for the US military, they deployed it for a whole 1 month in Afghanistan. So, what went wrong and what went right? Well, before we get into all of that, please like this video, it helps out so much, and it also lets me know whether or not I need to keep making videos like this. So, I'm starting to see a trend. If your technology makes it on shows like Future Weapons,
on the next all-new Future Weapons, long range, non-lethal, and painfully accurate.
The most instant, worst sunburn you've ever gotten.
or on any show ever on the History Channel.
The ADS is designed to heat only the very surface of the skin. It does this by outputting only the carefully chosen radio wave frequency.
I'm starting to think that this technology is compensating for something. Because like I've stated in the past, if your show is called Future Weapons, implying this weapon is meant for the future and the future is now, why is this technology not working the way it's intended? Well, the active denial system is in a case of it works a little too well. So, the active denial system, it is a less than lethal system. It's supposed to just burn your skin a little bit. But when somebody tells you this death ray that's pointing on you, it's only going to burn you a little bit and it's not going to have any side effects, I think a lot of people are starting to question it. And I even remember in middle school seeing this technology on Future Weapons and History Channel thinking, how doesn't that hurt them? Well, look, the DoD was getting a little bit of flack for this, so they opened up testing to the media.
Most described it as feeling like a hot oven or grill being opened up.
And it's about 50 degrees out here right now, but
Whoever wants to stand in front of the active denial system, stand in front of it and go ahead and report it out to your news outlet. Okay, so it's June 21st of 2010. The United States decides we are going to deploy this to Afghanistan. And nearly exactly 1 month later, July 25th, the system was brought back home and packed away. So, what went wrong? Okay, so what you have to realize in context, all eyes are on Afghanistan right now. In fact, the Iraq war is starting to dwindle down and technically end. And all the technology is being focused to Afghanistan, and how can we start to win the hearts and minds of the Afghanis? Well, it's very hard to win the hearts and minds of a population if you start burning their skin with the active denial system. You see, one of the biggest issues in Afghanistan is that the Taliban, they hide amongst the population. So when troops are pointing the active denial system at a massive crowd and trying to hit the people it's intended for, and then you start hitting the wrong people, that's literally a war crime. And just so you're aware, the active denial system was never actually used in combat or used in self-defense in Afghanistan. Upon evaluation, there was just no scenario using the active denial system in a proper manner without getting in trouble. And one thing we have to remember, a lot of combat was going down at the time in 2010, so using less than lethal technology, that wasn't really necessary for a lot of troops in Afghanistan. Okay, we also have a bunch of other issues other than this system not working in Afghanistan. There is way too much risk to reward for this system, meaning that if this system is not set up right, the burns that are only supposed to penetrate the top layer of your skin, it could actually go deeper. Also, there have been independent sources and independent studies stating that this device will only work in certain situations, meaning there can't be any cloud coverage, precipitation, like it literally has to be a perfect day and that beam of energy needs to be able to hit you without any interference. Now, the company who created this system is called Raytheon, and they actually have a very good track record of making US military equipment. Oh, and by the way, even Raytheon realized that the active denial system they were currently implementing looks a little too crazy and destructive, so they made a smaller model called the Silent Guardian, and you can control it with a joystick, and it's mainly used for law enforcement to help control riots. However, I can't find any videos or circumstances where this technology is being used against US citizens. Now look, this video is not fully intended to trash on this technology. Again, it actually worked, but it may have worked a little too well for the circumstances that were going on in Afghanistan. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the active denial system. Was it a flop? Did it work too well? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.